And how strange it is. The poorer and more miserable we are, and the more we suffer for our country, so much the more do we venerate and adore her, even to the point of finding joy in our suffering. It has been observed that inhabitants of mountains and rough valleys, and those who saw the light of day in sad and barren lands, have the most vivid recollection of their fatherland, and find in the cities nothing but unbearable tedium, which forces them to return to their native soil. Is it because the love of country is purest, most heroic, and most sublime? What is it that grips us? Is it the recognition of familiar places and the dear memory of everything connected with our earliest days? Is it the earth where lie our ancestors in peace? The temple where we worship God with the candor of bubbling infants? Or the sound of the bell that cheered us from our youngest years? The wide fields, or the blue lake surrounded by its picturesque shores, where we sailed in a light boat? Or the clear stream flowing by a happy hut like a nest of love, surrounded by flowers? Or the tall mountains that produce this sweet emotion in us? Could it be the storm that unleashed, whips, and knocks everything in its path? Or the thunderbolt which from the hand of the Almighty hurls down with destructive fury? Could it be the heavy rains and the waterfalls, reminders of the law of perpetual motion and the cycle of continuing threat to life? Could it not be that all these pull, capture, and take possessions of us? More than likely, it is these beautiful elements and fond memories which strengthen the bond that ties us to the land of our birth, causing while we are in our country a sense of well-being, or when we go away, the pathological condition of severe depression and cruel nostalgia. Oh, don't you ever bring sorrow to the stranger that comes to your shores? Don't you awaken in him vivid memories of his beloved country and the joys in his home, for unfortunately you will induce his illness, which will grip him like a ghost to vanish only when he steps on his native soil again or approaches his own grave. Give him not the slightest cause for bitterness, for his tendency is to recall the bliss in his lost home and blow his woes out of proportion.